What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Millennial ManCave. This is episode 3 of our baseball franchise. As we said, we wanted to come back. We're itching to play, so here we are again, back at it.
After that season opener, 11-0 shutout, how do you not want to continue?
Yeah, I mean, we just dominated the full game. Carlos Correa was a beast. Sanchez had a great one. Let's catch up, guys. We simmed a bit to, as Tom mentioned, we're going to play the home opener against Milwaukee. So our big 11-0 win, had a 6-5 win against Baltimore, another 6-4 win, another 5-1 win, and then our first loss.
Yep.
So whatever, it is what it is. It's a 6-5 loss, really close. 2-0 win. Sanchez is on fire. 2-0, 0 ERA with 19 Ks.
That's scorching.
Yeah. And that we're both actually super excited to get Michael Fulmer for the home opener.
Oh, yeah. And, respectful 1.69 ERA. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, we're just going to jump into this. We're not, guys, we just want to play.
So one thing I will say, as, you're setting this up, that was kind of cool to see in those stats, which I love breaking down the analytics. You know this.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
They got the Team Canadas now, too?
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, they got some just phenomenal jerseys.
Oh, could we go 0-1 road? Yeah.
Bust out these ones?
Those are classics, man. Anyways, so, if you look at the wins that we have simulated,
I'm coming home.
Presentation mode, you're going to want to switch that. We're not hybrid.
Coming home. Tell the world
that we are
coming home. Fast play speeds up the game by skipping most presentations.
Oh, yeah,
we did hybrid. Theme 1, we want the roof open or closed?
Closed.
Closed?
Closed.
Michael Fulmer coming in. Everybody's looking good. Beltran's a little tired. It's fine.
Ooh, Trey Turner.
It's early.
Ooh, and Harper.
154. Kevin Kiermaier. Having a pretty good start to the season for Tampa.
I love him.
He burnt us, actually, in the games against Tampa.
Jimmy Garcia. So anyway, sorry, let me finish my little quick. See, it happens all the time.
Keep it rolling.
Of the 5 wins that we have, 3 were decided by our bullpen.
Can we just, I don't know if you saw it, 174, 160 for Machado and Davis? Dansby Swanson's batting 330.
Really? I didn't see that. No, I was paying attention to your eyes. I just got lost in them.
Well, sometimes things happen. It's fine.
All right, Fulmer.
Let's get it going, guys. Michael Fulmer, first pitch of the home opener.
There you go.
There you go.
Ground out.
Ground out to Correa. Boom to Davis.
Clean.
So, in the first, our second episode, first playing episode, we'll say, we talked about potentially trading Davis.
Yep.
Is that still potential?
He brings to our team that offense, but apparently with the one, it is still early in the season. That's a good play.
We'll give a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think you got to give it some time. Guys are getting, situated with each other.
Bryce Harper is up to bat right now.
He's a stud. I really think he's going to leave Washington when the free agency market hits.
Oh, 100%.
But I'd be interested to see where he goes and what he signs for.
Well, I think what he signs for is not even a question.
It's going to be triple digit.
Oh, yeah. You are talking
9 digits.
Well over 100 million.
Yeah.
Well over.
That's almost the status quo for people of that
when you're that good at this point, it's kind of expected.
Oh,
that's the exact same pitch as my last one. It's funny. It's identical. And it's funny because you got to love how this game really shows the changes in, how an ump will call a game.
Yeah, it depends if he was leaning to the left on had the rip one out of his ass.
So I don't know if you saw that. Contreras with the ball backwards, and it actually hit the batter. Love it. All right, guys. I got to get my hitting going in this game.
Naquin, so we're up to beginner 5 still.
Jamie Garcia is pitching right now.
Lefty. So this is back-to-back games, so we got lefties actually.
Yeah.
To start.
Good call. Lester, and now this one.
Huge drop-off in talent between the two, I'm sorry, but...
absolutely. No, inner fastball. Oh my god.
Sinker.
Upper sinker?
I feel like he missed that.
That's horrible. Alright, Carlos Correa, who I saw was batting in the 300s.
Yeah.
4-seam away.
The one thing I love... Oh, wow, Machado is batting literally 1.
Oh! Carlos Correa.
No.
That's in the second deck.
Yeah, that felt good.
And in those kits, too? In those jerseys?
Okay, so I was waiting until my half inning because I feel like it's more relative on the turnaround aspect. I don't want to go too far to give you an idea. So, seeing these jerseys, who's the J that comes to mind?
Roy Halladay.
Yep. It is Roy Halladay through and through.
And Carlos Delgado.
God, yeah.
Delgado gets to me. Sean Green. There's a lot of names that
Shannon
pop.
Stewart.
Oh, God. O-Dog.
Tell me this is not Shannon Stewart right there.
O-Dog. 100%.
God. Yeah, no, that was that era of Jays, and the fact that you went Roy Halladay first, that's why I didn't want to draw. I wanted to wait till I was pitching to say, because man, does it like.
It was a good time.
Like, do you say? Like, I know we've had some great pitchers in our Blue Jays history. You know, Steve.
Oh God, yeah. There's been
Roger Clemens. You know, we had Boomer Wells. Okay, yeah, maybe not his best part of his career. I'm sure I'm missing tons more, but Roy Halladay, if not the best pitcher, number 2 in Jays history.
You can arguably say Roy Halladay was one of the best pitchers of all time.
Of his era, guaranteed. Because it was him and Pedro that went kind of T to T.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, the discussions, you can almost ask any baseball analyst. Like, Roy Halladay, based off what he did for his preparations, for how dominant he was as a pitcher, like, this guy consistently was a 200-inning pitcher like Dickey does.
And he is not a... Like, he didn't have the talent to win. Like, he won matches for the Jays. Like, the Jays at that era of Halladay were not that competitive. We were always finishing 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, they were Team Halladay.
Yeah.
Like, when Halladay came up on the mound, you expected the Jays to win that night.
Yeah.
Just because that's how dominant he was. Like, you hardly ever saw a game where Halladay got chased early.
And what amazes me is that, like, I don't even have the stats on me right now. And I feel embarrassed to even bring it up because, you know, I feel like I have to do Halladay right. But, you know, he put up 20-plus seasons. Who knows how many 20-plus win seasons, or at least 18-win-plus seasons.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
He did. And majority of the time, like, that is facing the Red Sox and the Yankees at their, like, primes in the sense of buying every player.
So, let's put it this way. In a career of...
Oh, yeah.
How many games did he play? So, he started off with the Jays in 98, and he retired with the Phillies in 2013.
I'm happy to say that he is part of the Jays.
So, 15 years. 15 years. That is a long
great
time.
Career.
That's a long time in baseball.
And, like, he didn't go through a major arm, like, injury.
So, he had a 203 and 105 record.
Wow. And that's playing for some really bad Jays teams.
Really bad Jays teams. His earned run average for his career was 3.38 with over 2,100 strikeouts. Like, that is...
He's a surefire Hall of Famer.
It's like
without doubt.
First ballot.
First ballot.
Yeah.
He has to be.
100%.
I just hope he goes in as a J. He has to.
Oh, yeah.
He has to. He's not going to go with Phil.
Yeah, the 3 years, you were there? No, sorry. You talk about the, 11 years with the Jays?
15 minus the 3.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, 11, 12 years.
So, he was an 8-time All-Star. 8 times. A 2-time Cy Young winner. A 2-time MLB wins leader. Pitched a perfect game on May 29th, 2010.
Yep.
Right? And pitched a postseason no-hitter on October 6th.
There you go.
Like,
yeah, I remember that. I'm pretty sure that was his first postseason game he pitched. It blew my mind because when Roy Halladay first came up with the Jays, as a rookie, I think he was like 2 outs, or he was in the 9th inning for sure, or 8th inning, like 2nd out or 3rd out in the 8th inning, and he lost the perfect game on a home run.
So here's a ridiculous stat. He owns the current active Major League, well, at the time it was, the current active Major League leader in complete games with 67.
Yeah.
And 20 of those were shutouts.
Oh my God.
Like,
that is so good.
Guys, to put these numbers into perspective, dominance. Like, that's ridiculous.
And during the steroid era, even.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, like, you know, when a ball was touched by these guys, cork bats, whatever have you,
they were jumping.
They were flying.
They were jumping.
So, and you know, Halladay was clean. So he naturally would hit, like, 90 plus on the radar, clean as a whistle, taking on guys that were juiced.
I mean,
it's a hell of a conversation. I will defend Halladay for the rest of my life. He was a generational talent. And happily as a J.
And I think it's just like, he's a reputation guy. Like, everything he did was all hard work based. Like, he's a natural talent, yes, and he's a very smart human being.
Oh, God, yeah.
But he constantly worked at everything. Okay, the pitcher's going Tim Tebow knee down there, like, my God, what did I just serve up?
See, this is why I like the Carlos Beltran edition.
Well, he's got the pop.
He's the pop and switch hitter.
Well, a switch hitter, experience. When we got a young team like the way we do, it's obviously important to make sure you got that good balance. So that's always good. Nice to see. Attaboy, Beltran.
So, okay, we talked Holiday. Now, positional player. Who is the icon of Toronto?
Oh,
that's back-to-back.
Back-to-back Jacks.
Woo! All double-deckers.
That was solid.
Okay, I'm not complaining.
So this question now, how does this relate? Is it recent memory? Or are we talking are we going back early 90s? Because I think if you go early 90s, Robbie Alomar's a big name that people remember. Joe Carter's a big name that people remember.
Tony Francis.
Tony Fernandez.
Oh, sorry, Fernandez.
Yes. Or if you start talking kind of more, close to our times.
Let's say
millennials.
Let's say from the dropping the blue, and we were just the Jays to the recent now Blue Jays again. Does that make sense for time era?
So I think at that point you start looking into the Vernon Wells.
Yes.
And you start looking at Carlos Delgado.
Yes.
I think those are your two big position
Rios.
guys. Alex Rios was big, but again, he didn't kind of have that all-star thing until a couple more years in his career.
Hensky.
Vernon Wells,
he won Rookie of the Year. As a J.
Eric Hinsky was a special kind. I mean, that guy had his times. When he shipped off to Milwaukee and a couple other teams, he went around. He ended up being a platoon guy for a lot of teams.
Oh, he was a huge platoon guy. He was a great guy off the bench. He didn't hit, I think, his full potential as a J.
No. For me, that's Travis Snyder as well.
Oh, that's fair.
Lunchbox.
Yeah. He had one of the best.
Great talent. And when we went to Pittsburgh, he played half decent off the bench.
Yeah, he was a great fourth outfielder for Pittsburgh.
You know who wasn't good for the Blue Jays? Russ Adams.
Oh, yeah, that draft hurts. Draft and Ricky Romero
failed experiment.
Those drafts hurt.
Ricky Romero was awesome
to see what.
You know what's another great name? Gustavo Chassin.
You know what? I really wanted Gustavo to work.
He looked at the Matrix guy. I loved him.
I really wanted Gustavo to work.
That stutter in his delivery.
It
just jacked people up.
Damn it.
And the fact he threw in that he was a lefty.
Yeah. No, he was phenomenal for his first year until everyone caught on to what he was doing. Let's call it what it is.
But that's most pitchers and stuff these days, right? I mean, the expectation is,
Well, I remember reading an interesting stat, and it was based from, if I'm correct, it's based from how Terry Francona managed the Cleveland Indian bullpen during the most recent World Series, and how he didn't want his starters to go through the lineup more than twice, because on the third go-round, stats showed batters increased their averages against his hitters.
Well,
so against his pitchers. His pitchers are getting more tired, and the batters are starting to understand what the pitchers were doing.
Yeah, they're learning.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about baseball. There's so much analytics to it.
Well, go ask Billy Bean, he'll tell you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moneyball.
Ugh!
Oh, is that?
Tell me that's awful.
Leaving
Tell me that's awful.
the park again at the warning track.
Not bad for Carrera.
Warning track.
So anyway, sorry. Okay, so best Jays of that era. Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm up.
We're pitching. That's right.
We're
to start. Best Jays to start in our Millennial era. Let's just say. I mean, technically that Millennial era does include Robbie Alomar, but from the Jays to the Blue Jays, Shea Hildebrand had some great years with us. I was a big fan of that trade.
Scotty Rowland.
Scotty Rowland.
Troy Gloss
for the 1 year.
Yeah. Frank Thomas was here for a bit.
I was not a fan of that signing at all when that happened. Same thing with B.J. Ryan. We had one decent year out of him.
B.J. Ryan hurt because he dominated the Jays every time we played Baltimore.
Okay, you know what? Throw pitchers aside. I'm talking positional players.
Look at that range, Carlos Correa.
Yeah, that's why we got him.
Unreal, man.
What's your views on Aaron Hill?
Ooh, Aaron Hill's up there.
He's up there.
He has to be because he took over after the O-Dog.
He was great on second base.
Yeah. No, Aaron Hill, I think he has to always be. Did we say Shea Hildebrand?
We said Shea.
Yeah, because he was there. He was third base.
Yep. How about Corey Koski?
Koski, I feel like, just gets there because he was around for a while.
He's around for a while. Canadian kid on third. He came over as a veteran, actually. I am drawing blanks as who our left fielder was. Rios was always in right. Wells was always in center. So after the Sean Greens, the Stewarts, Like,
Yeah,
who played left?
Shannon Stewart was there.
I mean, we had Kotze, Mark Kotze for a bit, but he was more of a platoon.
Yeah, so I guess who else?
I'm pulling out the phone.
Yeah, you're throwing me off now.
See? I'm drawing blanks on who that left fielder is.
Because I'm thinking, yeah, like Rios right field, V-Dub center field. Oh, get out.
No, I think you just got under it.
Get out.
No, under it.
That's just
So let's
a
say
warning shot.
Jays left fielder. Left fielder.
Well, it was Travis Snyder.
Circa 2007.
That's who it was. It was Snyder.
No.
Yeah,
They
well-
didn't give him a starting job.
Well, he was for a while.
Okay, so here we go. 2007, the perfect era, because you have Halladay as your starting pitcher.
Wanted that one.
Reed Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Reed.
He had a special part in my heart.
Wow.
The way that he played, man.
Reed was... The guy did everything for you. He was that kind of player.
He was the grit of the team. A lot Overbay. Do you consider Overbay a key J?
Overbay was there for a while, and he was half decent first baseman. Because he was there until Lynn took over.
Pretty much.
And then Adam Lynn would be a big name because he was there for so long. I mean,
And he was dominant against lefties. Oh, sorry, against righties.
Like, he was batting like 300 one season, man. Like, it was impressive.
Yep.
And that's a J through and through. Until, obviously, he left.
Now, do you even give Greg Zahn some love?
Greg's on, you have to. I was actually at the game on Mother's Day, nonetheless, which, Mom, I'm sorry I wasn't there. But, she told me and...
Mama.
Honestly, yeah. She told me and my buddy was okay to go to the game. And we were there against the White Sox when Greg Zahn got knocked unconscious in a slide-in at second. And it was the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. Like, you could hear a pin drop in the Rogers Center, and it was a sold-out game.
Well, he is definitely a heart and soul guy when he was with the Jays.
And I'm loving that. Like, now he's an analyst now, then he stuck around and.
Oh yeah, he is well endeared by Jays Nation.
No, he's a personality. He's a good guy. He called a good game. Again, he wasn't an offensive hitter by any means. He knew he was a defensive catcher, and he did it well.
He led the staff.
Yeah, I like Greg Zahn.
He is the early Jays version of Russell Martin.
He paired extremely well with Halladay.
Oh god, yeah.
Like, they called great games together.
God, yeah. Although, no loss to Greg Zahn, Halladay could have had anybody fucking catching the ball. As long as somebody could fucking catch a ball, Halladay was gonna give the Jays a chance to win.
Yeah, no, I mean, but there's also that
I cannot get this right.
pitcher-catcher
relationship.
Relationship that you can really tell when there's a difference.
Agreed.
Because it's like the same thing as why Dickey couldn't pitch without Totally.
Oh.
So I mean, for me, yeah, like Halladay, he's one of those kinds. I mean, like you said, any catcher can probably adjust to him. They make the changes. Like, that's a situation where the catcher will adjust to the pitcher, because when you look at Roy Halladay, that guy's going to teach you something about your position.
Well, he taught everybody, man. He was just all-round...
A wealth of knowledge.
Exactly. And you touched on it already. It was never said enough how much his pregame ritual / his workmanship in his the investment he made in every start.
I heard it's ridiculously expensive.
Was always top notch and never challenged.
It's like it shows on the field, and that for me is the biggest thing. Like, you hear about some guys, I work so hard, but nothing relates on the field. For Roy Halladay, everything that guy did always came back on the field, showing just how great he was.
Yep.
And you respect the man so much because, God, he's good.
I'm happy to have seen him pitch. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I would have been really mad if I was a Jays fan long term and never got a chance to go down to the Rogers Center and watch him pitch again.
I'm pissed that I never got to see Roger Clemens as a Jay. I wish.
Well, we were a little bit younger then. It was
we were
a little bit tougher.
I mean, let's face it. Coming from Italian households, baseball was not necessarily the thing that was advertised on TVs.
No. I mean, soccer, hockey, those are the two big guys for us growing up. And I mean, baseball was even something I really didn't get into until...
Yeah, I got into it first, and then it was pretty much... God.
Was it...
Would you say it would be when we first went to our first game together?
I don't really know. I'm trying to think about it now.
Yeah, give yourself an era. Give yourself a check.
Well, it's definitely Halladay era.
So then, yeah, that's before we went our first game.
I'd probably say maybe late 90s.
Come on,
early 2000s. Consistently.
I just remember watching and mimicking to the T Carlos Delgado. That was my icon. He was the one that got me into baseball.
I like Delgado a lot. I remember...
he was the heart and soul of the Jays.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was just a good all-around guy. Did a lot for the community. Like, one of those kind of guys. And, like, you always respect those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, his leadership on the team. And, I mean, and we were a team who... We weren't great. Like...
Oh, not by any
You know,
means.
Miguel Batista era, when he's closing games for you,
God.
that's not the situation you want to be in.
That's right.
But then again, I mean... Like, I
forgot
don't know.
about those. I forgot he was our closer.
They were fun. Like, those were days you got fun Jays games.
Yep.
Like, Pete Walker was still pitching then.
Yeah, fucking bullpen coach.
Right?
Our pitch coach, sorry, not bullpen.
So, I mean, like, it was fun. Like, I remember,
Madonna.
like, going to games with my dad. Like, that's my memories of that era.
You know, it still upsets me I've never caught a ball in Rogers Center.
Neither have I.
You're up.
Not once. I've been close a couple times. But it went about a row ahead of me. I never got a chance.
I think the nearest thing I ever got was when I was a kid, third base line, and just smacked. A ball just got ripped into the seats. Thankfully, there was nobody there. Because I don't think anyone was going to catch that one.
Well, if you were a kid, that era probably wouldn't have been full.
Yeah, no, it was empty seats.
Just not a good time.
Yeah.
For Blue Jays ticket sales. I mean, even now, it surprises me about how little the tickets are selling. Because, like, you still go to a game and you're like, oh, well, season ticket holders bought a lot. And you go there and, like, half seats are empty.
I mean, I think that's...
Like, it's only until the Yankees, the Red Sox,
Yeah, your
like,
key...
the Cubs, the Dodgers, like, when the big names come, the game has changed.
But can you... It's very tough. That's a tough subject to debate about. Because, you know, you don't want to go... Would you rather go watch the Brewers, or would you rather go watch the Red Sox, or the Yankees, or the Cubs, or teams that have the stars?
But the expectation is that you're there to watch your team. So it kind of doesn't matter who's there.
I hear you, and ultimately, you know, if you want to go watch a game, you go watch the game because you want to watch your team.
But I mean, it's
but
funny
if you
enough,
had the choice, if you were going to go watch a game regardless, you knew you were going to go invest into a game to watch your boys.
Well, it's funny as I mentioned that because we're saying let's go watch the Jays and Red Sox.
There you go, see?
Very particular, right? I mean, I've had the pleasure of watching the Red Sox, the Yankees. Like, I watch big name teams come through, and then when you go those days, those nights are packed.
Oh, God, yeah. And, like,
Packed.
the crowd is rowdy.
Oh, yeah. Like, the crowd is so fun those days. It's such a good experience.
So I actually had an interesting conversation with the wife today, no less. And the whole spiel was she would rather go to a Jays game than a Leafs game.
And what was the reasoning behind it?
And I was like, that is so hard to say. Because there's pros and cons to each.
So, see, to be honest, I'd rather go to a hockey game.
I agree with you. But she's like, yeah, but, like, you know, you don't really, like, drink at a hockey game. I'm like, you can.
Sure you can. People get, like,
I'm
drunk
like,
off
you
their
can,
ass.
you
Like,
can easily drink at a Leaf game.
and the pricing would be just about the same for the
It's
most
equivalent.
part. Yeah, it's not really any different.
But it was a tough thing to break down. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. You can, like, I
But
love
it's interesting-
afternoon Jays
It's
games.
interesting that a girl would say that, too, because...
It's a slower game.
Yeah, like, baseball is not prototypically a fan-friendly sport unless you enjoy the sport itself.
So her rebuttal was, well, you know what? Like, I can go with my friends or we can go together kind of thing. And you know what? It's something I can kind of tune in and out of. I'm like, I see what you're saying. But then you're not there for the game. You're just there to do something.
yeah.
It's like going to go watch a movie. It's going to be the same experience.
Yeah, and like, to me, like, it takes away from the fact of being there. Like, you might as well not have gone there and just go to a bar.
Exactly.
Because then you can not pay attention to the game and it's not costing you the money to be there.
So that was the rebuttal. And I'm like, you know what? I think, generally speaking, consistently at a hockey game, you'll get more rowdiness from a crowd.
Oh,
it's more
absolutely.
intimate setting. It's not a stadium, per se, in the sense where it's like domed or
Yeah,
whatever.
no.
Like, it's a lot more intimate crowd related.
Yeah, it's contained. It's,
You know? So I was on the fence, but now, like, thinking through the options a little better, and, you know, I need time to digest shit, because, you know, that's men.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what we do.
I think I would take a Leafs game. Like,
Oh, for me, it's 100%.
at the same time, like, during the summer, I would love to go watch a matinee or an afternoon Jays game.
Yeah, well, I mean, if the dome's open, it's a nice sunny day.
There's fucking nothing better than an afternoon Jays game.
You get out there, have a couple brews.
And, like, it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, your game's done, and you got the night to do whatever you want.
See, for me, yeah, it's interesting, but you're also comparing two different season sports.
True.
So, for people, like, they want to go to a Jays game because it's a nice sunny day. Leafs don't play when it's nice and sunny. Like, I mean, you're in the arena, you're not going to be able to tell a difference anyways, no matter what it is. But if the if the Leafs are playing when it's sunny outside, that means it's damn good because they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's an interesting conversation, but I feel like it's almost hard to compare the two just because they're different season sports.
So, guys, what do you say?
That's a good question, guys.
Think about it.
That's a great question.
Because that is a highly debatable object. Or
Absolutely.
Subject.
Try and think of it in a I'm a Jays fan or I'm a Leafs fan.
Don't
or
be
whatever the case
biased.
it is. Yeah. Don't put your bias based on sport or by team.
You know what? We'll even broaden it. So, in Toronto, we have...
Baseball.
We have the Raptors.
We have TFC.
We have the Jays. We have TFC. We have the Leafs.
Yeah.
So...
And the Argos.
Is that a league still?
Apparently.
Okay.
They just lost their commissioner, too.
Seriously?
Yeah. He's stepping down.
Okay.
So we don't officially have a good football, but we'll get there, hopefully. One day.
Which begs the question, full circle now.
We're not going there. We're not going back there. Guys, which one would you pick?
Yeah, so there's your lineup. You know, take out the season, take out the significance. It's not a playoff game.
And,
who would you rather
no
see?
bias to the sport that you like the best.
It's what do you most entertain to go watch?
Take
out the price point too.
I feel like a lot of people are saying it's definitely not baseball.
No, it can't be. Baseball is an acquired game.
It's like a fine wine.
I fucking love baseball, but it is an acquired taste. It's not meant for everybody.
No, it's not. Like we actually had this conversation today because we were asking the boys when the Leaf game was on intermission and stuff, like, hey, put the Jays game on. And Matza Mike and Pulliver Steve are chirping the game, and it's like, oh well, baseball is this.
Oh,
this.
yeah.
That's another roper, just gone.
We're loving that left field, eh?
Oh yeah. They're they're ripping. Like I don't understand like the talent it takes to play baseball. I'm like, well, have you ever tried to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball?
It's faster than a blink of an eye.
Or high 90s. And they're like, yeah, well, that's the only thing then. I'm like, yeah, well, have you ever tried to hit a curveball after seeing a 98-mile-an-hour fastball? And it's kind of like there's such a misunderstanding of what the game is.
See, that's where it's just a misrepresentation of what baseball is, though.
And that's where
there's so much talent needed to play.
Oh,
any sport professionally, really. But I mean,
100%. But like their thing is always, it's so many games, it's so slow. Half these guys aren't even in shape. Whatever. So it's like I get it, I understand what you're saying, but then, like at the same time, like have you ever tried to field a ground ball coming up the third baseline? That gets out for Dansby.
That's fucking dead away center. Yeah, buddy.
Deepest part of the park, man. Good job, kid.
Oh, that's just...
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, 6th inning. 5-0 lead. We're holding it down. I'm feeling good about it.
Up the gut.
Nice stab.
73 speed. Okay, good run.
Turner gets
I got 2 in there.
We're steadily putting up some good runs here.
Hey, we've only given up 1 hit versus 10 that we've had.
Fulmer, he's getting a little tired.
Yeah.
I
did not watch that. I got carried away in the fucking passionate talks, man.
We got some good stuff there. Let's see Nishik get in. I like to see him warm up. I like to see Nishik get. Maybe Ziegler as well.
Yeah. Let's get those fuck up arms.
We're going to call up the guys who are going to get you jacked up. And that's those two.
Yeah. 4-year-olds and pumping Viagra.
Oh, Fulmer.
That's nice on Harper, no less.
Fulmer, my God. He's been struck out twice, I know, at least.
Yep. I had one, and you just had one, so there's 2. Yeah, like I said, guys, like baseball, I love the sport. I grew up playing it. I love the analytics of it. I love that there's so much little fine-tuning elements to the game that to the person that doesn't know or like track baseball can make the world a difference. Oh God, that's impressive. Whether it's choking up a little bit on the bats when you're down, you're down the count, or it's you're taking that extra like half step on the stretch because the pitcher is being cocky, going stretch versus wind up versus stretch or quick pitch. Anyways. It's these little fine-tunings that I love in the game that make baseball. But that is just the person I am, and I've grown to love the game.
Again, it's an acquired taste. I mean, a lot of people can appreciate it, and a lot of people learn to appreciate it as they get older, actually.
Oh, nice snag. Nice snag. There's that defense. Jay.
Ace. Hands down. All right, Correa back up. This usually means good things. I'm able to call shit this game.
I got one call, and I think I missed it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of sweeping curves, just FYI.
Well, fan of those. Love them. Okay, he's going to go off speed again, I think. So he's threw me a change up. No, maybe fastball away. No.
Okay. Side note.
Jesus.
Switching subjects here. I learned the wobble. The dance.
I don't know what that is.
Just do yourself the favor. It's a good time. It's a good time on the beach.
What is the wobble?
Just do yourself the favor and do your research.
Well, we're live right now. The fans want to know what the wobble is.
You know, you just wobble, like, and you gotta, like, just shake it a little bit, and, like...
So it's got, like, a twirl? That's what you're saying?
It's all in the hips. A lot in the hips, and just...
So apparently it's a good time.
It's a great time.
Manny Machado.
Let's hope that's the wake-up call. Oh, that's almost second deck dead center. Oh, yeah!
Every strike brings me closer.
Yeah!
There's nothing better
let's see the analytics on this one.
Than earning a trophy.
Come on.
That was like looking at the restaurants and the hotels. My God, Machado.
Oh, they're not going to bring it down? Aw. I was hoping for them to be like exit velocity. That stuff always amazes me that they can get that. Wobble, baby, wobble, wobble.
Oof.
You're looking for it now, right?
Yeah.
You want the back-to-backs.
The eye's coming up now, guys. I'm starting to pick up this stuff a little bit more.
That's 6.
We're putting up runs.
Actually, I'm just realizing this. They went lefty-lefty to us.
They did, yeah.
Wow.
It's been lefty central. Now we got Beltran in, which is fantastic. Gotta love that switch hitter. Oh, that's coming up.
That's
high
out of the
fastball.
zone.
Yep.
I still would have fucking gone for that.
Take all day. That's a 3-1 count.
It's your count. I
Yeah.
still say he's going to give you slop.
He's going to go maybe a change up outside. No. No good. Not good, eh?
Oh! Oh! Okay, there's our second deck that you got dead away. Yeah, he was, where we got him in the fantasy draft is worth every penny right now.
Bye-bye, baseball.
Bye.
There it goes. Look at that little strut. Oh.
I just want, like, a little celebration, just like a little, like flexing it out.
Oh.
Oh,
Solo
yeah.
homer.
Start looking to their dugout.
435.
That was just like a...
It's just
one of these.
Little twiddle the hips.
Oh, yeah.
That baby was gonzo in a hurry.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. Look at that.
Like, camera pans behind him. Just gone.
That was a beautiful thing. Alright, so that's 7.
We're just putting up numbers.
Are we
guys.
going to hit the doubles in back-to-back games?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we did it.
Oh.
No,
Nah.
she's a fly out. I think that's it for me.
Alright.
Put up a few more, guys.
Yeah, that's a great productive inning. What are you talking about? That's it.
No, I mean, like I say, that's the end of my run. So, take out Fulmer. He's done.
Yeah.
100 pitches.
Let's go bullpen.
He's tired. The guy's had a
Bullpen.
game. A game.
So, let's see here. We got a 3-pitch and a 3-pitch. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're both weird throwers.
So, Ziegler it is.
I'm pretty excited to see Ziegler in the game.
I'm excited to have both of them on the roster. Never mind.
They're both very
Oh my
good pitchers.
Christ.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the delivery's coming from down.
You guys, like, you just don't hit against these type of guys.
No.
I mean, it takes a very, very skilled, trained eye to be able to stay up on these balls.
Well, it's such a change in angle of delivery of the arm slot.
And that's the thing. Like, you're battling the eye to be like, oh, God, how am I going to stay with this bloody thing?
Because you're so used to the pitch coming down.
Yeah, always a down-up motion.
And yet, this
Ziegler
is
makes the play.
up. Not bad for a guy that's pushing almost 40.
Hey, you know what? These guys, like, these pitchers, man, they go. They're going the distance now.
It amazes me.
Look at Troy Hawkins.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I wish the Jays could
pulled it
have...
off.
Like, I wish the Jays could have pulled it off for him. He was a awesome pitcher through all his years. Oh, that's it. That's why you play that shift. I love it.
His time in Colorado, man, was just...
Oh, that's when he was lights out. That was when he was a different type of pitcher. When he was with the Jays, he was more finesse and leadership. And it was great.
Which is, what they needed. He had great innings for us.
Oh, yeah.
In that run and towards the back end of the season there after getting Tulo and him. Like Mike said, like Tulo's been great this year.
Yep.
Start the year, I think he's been one of our bright spots. And I genuinely feel like this team is up there. This team is up there. with a good leader, they need to turn us around. Because, like, for me, I think leadership was something we were lacking. When J. Dodds came in, when Tulo came in, like, I feel like these guys are leaders.
Agreed. I totally agree with you. I mean, they definitely took over from that kind of... It's going to sound a lot more poor than I mean it to, but it's going to take... Like, we came from a very immature era of the Laurie, Arancibia era, if you will. You know, and we brought in that leadership traits. You know, that veteran clubhouse guy. The guy that's
I think Brett Laurie is still not signed a contract.
No, he was injured, so he was recovering. Time will see where he signs. I hope he signs. He is a Canadian guy. I like the game he plays. I think he does need a little bit of an attitude adjustment at times, but
it's like a lot of passion. It's
exactly.
It's passion and like
exactly.
He seems like maybe he was like an angered, troubled teen.
He has to really control that passion and just put into his game versus use his mouth. Really, I mean, you know, he's got the talent. He's got the talent to do it. He's just got to stay healthy.
I think he'll get there. I mean, he hits another team, and I think it becomes, you know, is my career going to be over, or am I going to make a pitch here to do something with my life? Because, like, talent's never been a question for him. I think it's consistency. It's his mental aspect. Like, is he, you know, he's got to keep that confidence, that swag, like Donaldson has.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what makes the game changer. Because, actually, like, they actually did a really good piece on Donaldson. You know, Jays kind of do those little videos about all the players.
Yep.
Stuff like that. And, you know, they sat down with Donaldson and they said, like, you were at a point in your career where you were, like, 28 years old, and you couldn't make a roster. Like, you know, you were kind of up and down with Oakland.
Yep.
And they said, like, you know, what was it? And he's like, well, you know, I've always been a very passionate guy. I'm kind of more out there. And they kind of made me tone it down. And that's when he was saying that he couldn't find himself. Like, it wasn't him, so he wasn't performing on the field. And I believe that.
It's true. I mean, if you're not going to feel like yourself, then geez.
And it makes you wonder, like, is that kind of like an issue Brett Laurie having? Like, is he just not comfortable?
Oh, nice pitch.
And, you know, he wants to go back to being Brett Laurie. Because I guarantee you, you know, they're probably telling him, hey, Brett, you know, you got to chill, man. Calm it down.
I think if you give him the right mix, he will succeed in the MLB. Oh, way to come down from 3-0.
I 100% think Laurie can do something in the league. Maybe, you know, maybe he's not going to be everything he was thought out to be.
He will be a top 15 third baseman. That's what he will be.
So that's the question. Do you think he'll play third base, or do you think he'll go back to second?
I mean, he can play both positions.
Which is good. Like, he's like a durable player that way. If he gets his hitting down consistently, like, I think there's so much opportunity for him. And it's sad to see, because like you say, he's a Canadian boy. You know, when he came to the Jays, I was pretty excited.
Oh, it was a great trade.
You know, I got this jersey still sitting in my closet. So, I mean, like, it's kind of a weird one for me, and I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was in a lot more trouble even beforehand. Like, I feel like he already turned around.
Well, I remember
so
when
much.
that trade got pulled, and we gave up, it was Markham, right?
Sean Markham, yeah.
For Laurie. I remember it was like, you know, he was a hot prospect for Milwaukee, but there was questions with the attitude. Come on, stay in.
That's not getting out.
Nice.
That's the one track. That's the game, guys.
That's game 2, boys.
That's another one down. Michael Fulmer, I think he's MVP player of the game.
Yeah, he has to. I don't think any other offensive guy really pulled through. Yeah, there you go.
There it is, guys. Look at his line.
13 Ks.
13 Ks, 1 walk, 1 hit over 7. Correa has another great outing, 2 for 4.
Beltran.
You know, we got Machado going. Beltran apparently goes ham. Contreras again as our catcher, just
That's
pulling
impressive.
out some offense.
That's impressive, guys. I'm liking from what I'm seeing in our boys.
It's looking good.
So, guys, this is what we're going to do now. We're going to cut it here, but we're going to sim to the Boston game. Because you know our little rivalry. I'm the Boston fanatic. Jeff, I mean, your heart and soul's with the Jays. I get it. So we'll definitely sim up to Boston. And we will catch you on the next one.
Absolutely. We're going to be here. You're going to be here. The Jays are going to win this. Because Boston's not winning in real life either. And we're going to have some fun with it, guys. This has been awesome.
Guys, girls, always remember, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Let us be your guys. And you know what, Jeff? I'm gonna give this one to you.
Can't take this one.
You know what? We gotta mix it up. We gotta just jingle.
Like the wiggle thing you did on the beach?
The wobble. Yeah.
The wobble?
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it wobbling.
That's what we're gonna go with?
I don't know.
Okay.
Does it feel right?
No.
Alright. Keep it twirling.